Standing on the edge of the green landscape of Sant Feliu de Pallerols, the house appears not as an object seeking to stand out, but as a self-contained mass. From a distance, the house appears as an almost archetypal geometric shape, a still, solid, and enclosed concrete cube. There is no exaggerated gesture, no attempt to shout out to the surrounding nature. The architecture chooses a reticent attitude, as if waiting to be slowly understood. But upon closer inspection, that simplicity begins to shatter. The corners of the cube seem to be bitten off, removing portions of the mass with deliberate precision. These pieces are not simply a play on form, but rather spatial decisions that determine how the house breathes, receives light, and opens itself to the landscape. This is where the house begins to speak, not through the facade, but through the spaces created by the absence of mass. Each bite creates an in-between space, terraces, porches, and hollows that mediate between the interior and nature. These spaces are not entirely inside, but not entirely outside either. They serve as gentle transitional zones, where the body and gaze adjust to the changes in light, air, and the sounds of the surrounding river. The architecture doesn't sever the connection with nature, but negotiates it. Inside, the house feels enclosed and controlled. Openings aren't placed for sweeping panoramas, but for specific moments, a sliver of morning light, a shade from a tree, or a slice of sky. The interior becomes a contemplative space, where the concrete doesn't appear harsh, but rather calm and stable. The material doesn't seek to please, but rather to convey a sense of security and steadfastness. The spatial organization follows an honest and efficient logic. There's no excessive circulation, no space created simply for visual effect. Each space has a reason for being, and every transition feels logical. Domestic life takes place within clear boundaries, as if the house is teaching a slower, more focused pace of life. The connection with the landscape isn't achieved through total openness, but through control. Nature isn't framed as a view, but presented as a filtered experience. Wind, light, and shadow enter in a measured way. The house doesn't submit to nature, but doesn't challenge it either. It stands alongside it, respecting each other. Ultimately, Bitten House is about how architecture can be powerful without being dominant. By reducing, cutting, and restraining, this house finds its character. It shows that the most memorable presences often emerge from the quietest decisions, when form doesn't try to explain itself, but lets space and time do the talking.